Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Saturday Statistics Short Clips with Shelley. This video will briefly explain to you a Pareto chart. So I will start by sharing my screen. And we will come to what I have done previously in Excel. So I'll take just a little bit of time to explain it to you. As you can see, this Pareto chart looks at fourth grade boy office referrals. It doesn't refer necessarily to a particular point in time, but the question we're looking to identify is what type of referrals are fourth grade boys being sent to the assistant principal for. So the purpose of this is we want to identify negative behaviors and patterns of negative behaviors so we can focus on reteaching expectations and teaching replacement behaviors for these particular office referrals with the hopes of cutting down on the number of office referrals. So like with any chart, you're going to start by creating a data set. And you'll see I have office referrals and the different types: horseplay, language, disrespectful, playing in the bathroom, insubordination, pushing, fighting, skipping class, throwing food, all those great things that 9 and 10-year-old boys love to do. You will next see that I've listed the number of referrals, and they were listed randomly as I just entered the data sets. And then I went through and highlighted this column, and then I sorted and filtered from greatest to least, so that way we can see what we're working with. From there, the next column is total percentage, and we're looking for, let's say, horseplay, for instance. These 15 referrals were what percentage of the total number of referrals. So if we click on this column, you're going to see I used the formula for equals B2, because this is B2 cell, divided by the sum of all of these referrals together. And that gave us 26%. You can drag this down, or you can continue to do it individually, cell by cell. As you could see, now we would be focused on cell B3 divided by the sum of still all your office referrals from B2 to B10. So as you go down along, you will notice that logically, the smaller the number of referrals get, the smaller the total percentage is. So one referral was only 2% of the total referrals. Then you go into column D, which we're going to label cumulative percent. And to get the cumulative percent in this cell, C2, you're going to drag over B2, and it may show up as 0.26 here, or it could show up as 26%. If it shows up as a decimal, it's no big deal. You would simply go up here and click on percent, and it would take you back. So then looking at this cell, because now I need the cumulative percent of language as opposed to these office referrals, your formula is equal sum, open parentheses, C2, which is right here with the first one, and C3. So these two together equal 45% of your referrals. You'll notice I inserted the dollar sign here to keep this number the same. You've got to anchor this number so it doesn't change. You could drag it down, or you could go through cell by cell, which I did just to see if you get the same outcome, and you do. Put in your formula equals sum, C, remember the dollar sign to keep this anchored to C4. So if you look at 2 through 4, C2 through C4, these cells equal 60% of your cumulative referrals. And you're going to continue to go on and on and on down your data set. Same thing, I'm looking at C2 through C9, which is 98% of the referrals, which makes sense. Your last one, now that you've added the cumulative of all these referrals, you get 100%. So now that we've got our data set, we can highlight the chart. And at this point, you're going to go into your recommended charts. And depending on which version of Excel you have, it may look differently. And we are going to go into bar charts, and then you're specifically going to go into clustered. And when you do that, then you would have your total office referrals and your cumulative office referrals showing up as touching bars all the way across. Important to note, if you look at our data table, you will see total percentage here, but you don't see it in our legend down here. That's because we went in and deleted it. Simple enough. You can go in, delete, because this is truly all we're concerned with, because ultimately we're looking for our 80-20 rule. And this is also known as the law of the vital few and the trivial many. So the vital few would be the 20% of the offenses that make up 80% of the referrals. And over here would be the trivial many. You have many, many office referrals over here, but they're not statistically significant. So tracking back, you would have a bar for number of referrals and a bar for cumulative. We would highlight these cumulatives, and then you're going to go in and change the bar to a line. What this does is creates your line of 80-20. So looking at our whole chart, let's look. We've gone through and labeled our axes, number of office referrals. This is our secondary vertical axis, which just shows us the percentage of office referrals. Our 80-20 line, if you follow it over, shows that 80%, right where it falls at about 80%. Somewhere right in here. And what that shows you is that horseplay, language, disrespectful, and playing in the bathroom, these offenses make up 80% of your referrals. So if you go over here and look, horseplay, language, disrespectful, playing in the bathroom, insubordination, take it over and look, it's 83%. So these are your vital few, and the excess are your trivial many. This has been Short Statistic Clips with Shelley signing off.